Make sure you log into your comments.
Right. I know, right? So I can bring them up and we can see.
Okay.
Oh, look.
It's
Now
there.
they're up.
Nice.
Hello.
Greetings.
And welcome to the Purple Pill with
Purple
your
Pill.
host, Lady Jane. I'm just kidding. Anyways, and then Tokyo.
And I'm Tokyo. Now we've officially introduced ourselves.
Wait, have we not done that yet?
No, well, at least with myself, I've never, like, you do the intro and it's like perfect and it's like, cool, let's get into it. And I'm like, you know what? I've never introduced myself. Like, who's this guy?
We just
Like,
be talking. We do. We just be talking.
we just get into it, man. We don't.
And it just goes.
Yeah.
So, the question of the day.
This will be interesting.
Should your man make sure your girl is good? And what level? Walk her to the car, pay for your friend's meals, fix stuff around her house. What is your responsibility as a man?
Damn.
This is good. You're a man, so you can tell me what you think, and then I can tell you what I think.
So this is an interesting, and I'm glad you showed me those videos because it gives context to kind of understand it. Because I myself am at a point where, first off, I'm a nuance, so my answer is not going to be normal. Okay, I don't believe in female friends because they extract resources without any benefit to the man. So with that,
Sorry.
let's our own monitor system.
Yeah, I always
like
have
it.
to check at least the first time we go live because
we-
again,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to record. So
It's okay, but it's here.
we'll get there. We're getting there soon. You know, I'm learning to edit.
Oh, you're doing
I'll
a good
learn
job.
to record.
It's looking good.
I'll learn to record also.
It's okay.
So
We just need to. We need a college intern. But no, for real.
ensuring they're a free college intern.
So to me, at what point should your man, make sure your girl's good? I don't think it's his responsibility at all. If it's one thing if you ask, that's different. Hey, so and so she parked over here. Can you make sure she gets her car okay? Sure. But, as far as a automation process, no, right?
Well, to be honest, if I'm with my man and my girlfriend, we are probably going to walk her to the car together. Anyways. And it's not like I'm like, why does he need to walk her alone? But why? Unless it's like raining or something like that, then maybe, okay. But in general, that's my friend. Why would I also not want to make sure she's good? Why would I? Now I get because he's the man, he's the protector, whatever. And especially if you're out in like a club district or something like that, I totally get it. If it's late at night, you got your man, whatever. But why? Unless maybe I'm with a group of friends and I'm talking to them and, hey, babe, do you mind walking her to the car real quick? Something like that. I didn't want to leave. But in general, like, why is he even walking her to the car alone? And why are we not walking her together to say bye? Because that would be the last time that I see her. So why would I just not do that?
Right.
That's what really got me with that. Because I'm like, because that's happened multiple times where I and my ex-boyfriend, whatever, have walked my friend to the car. Because why would I not? Mm-hmm. That's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's... And again, like I said, let's say it's like my birthday or something like that, and I've been drinking,
I like the example you gave for your, say you're in it's a group event,
right?
And you're like mingling and whatnot, and they're leaving early or something like that.
Right.
Like, hey, make sure she's good.
Right.
Or like you said, it's raining. We got one umbrella. Hey,
like
absolutely.
Otherwise it's just because that's just not how I've been. I always been the one to make sure, like, I take care of my friends. So I'm always making sure. Now, if it's late or something, I'm not going to be like, oh, baby, you stay here. I'm going to go walk her to the car. No, we're going to go together and we're going to walk her to the car because that's just what makes sense to me.
Right.
It just doesn't, like I said, unless it's like a group or something, or if you have to pay to get back in the club. Then why are we both going? Okay, just babe, can you walk her real quick? I got some cash. You $5 reentry fee. Whatever, things like that. I totally understand. There's exceptions, and it's not like they're going to be alone more than 5 minutes together. Like, it's not like you're putting them in a bad predicament in general.
Right.
If you have good friends and a good boyfriend, like, that's not going to make your boyfriend cheat on you with your friends. So people be like, no. Right. Like if he was going to do it, bro, it's definitely
Yeah. Yeah, there's more than one way
more
to do that.
to that, for real.
Or you open up the door? No, the door would already be open.
Right. Exactly.
No, it's so interesting. And it blows my mind, and it becomes sexist at the idea and assumption that because there's a man present in a group,
women can't be sexist.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
And black people can't be racist. Anyways, it's an old school song from back in the day. I don't know if you've ever heard it before. Anyways, no, seriously, it's funny.
Yes. You're in deep thought.
It's fascinating. You brought up something really good.
What was that?
Women can't be sexist.
No, they can.
No.
Oh, okay.
That
no. I'm like, hold up.
No, that phrase.
I said it. I didn't mean it.
Right. No, but you saying that is such a good point from a public eye because of what things happen. I'll never forget on the whatever podcast, the one girl is like, "Oh, you have small dick energy." And then the guy was like, "Well, what if I said you had huge vagina energy?"
And she said something like, "Oh, well, you're a white boy. It's, that part." And then he's like, "Oh, that's racist. I can't be because I'm part white too." That was her aspect. And it was like, yeah, but you're right, because fat girl energy. That's what he said. He said, "What if I say you have fat girl energy?"
Yeah.
So going from small dick energy to fat girl energy, it's giving the same thing.
Right.
It's giving the same.
Mm-hmm. So it's like you see the men should die, like little comments and little hashtags that pop up on social media that's allowed, but the minute that it's reversed in any subtlety or any assumption.
But you know why? I'm gonna say this. So the thing is that once again, we keep trying to act like we can really change gender roles. We can't. I don't believe that we can change gender roles. Now, there are some things like who does what chores around the house, who's going to keep the kids at this time, whatever. There are some things where you can blur the lines, okay? In general, I'm still taking care of home and my man and my kids first before I have to worry about my job or whatever. And that doesn't mean that my job can't be trying at times or it can't take up time. We're going to figure that out. But I'm not going to get a job that has me out the house 100 hours a week where he might, because that's more of his role, right?
Correct.
So I'm not saying anything like that, but at the end of the day, you as a man, protection is not just physical.
No.
We think protection is physical, but you're supposed to protect my mental. You're supposed to protect my spiritual. You're supposed to protect my well-being. You're supposed to protect, and I nurture you back to health. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a gift.
The thing is that it's so woven within society's DNA for at least thousands of years that we can go back. So the man talking bad about the woman is not a form of protection. So of course it's going to be looked at more negatively than a woman talking bad about a man, because what I say doesn't hurt you.
Right.
You're thinking logically, you're thinking, what did she do? You're not worried about what I said for the most part. I mean, there's of course case-by-case scenarios. We're not talking about case-by-case scenarios.
Yeah, no, anecdotal doesn't count for the majority.
Right. So of course, anytime you say something like, how dare you say something bad, because now you're hurting my mental. Now you're hurting my ego. Now you're hurting.
Yeah. And we have to look at the biological differences, which I talk about this all the time, especially in my men's book club. Mental fortitude, resolve. These are things that we cultivate. A woman's not necessarily expected to have that. Can she? Sure.
Right.
But from that, what you just said there, it is easy to break a female than a man, right? So then, yes, absolutely, we have to be more conscious of that. But I guess I brought that up because that phrase that you said goes back to, oh, all of us here are women at a table, so you should pay for all of our meals because you're a man. Which is like, what?
Yeah, that's, I'm just, right now we're still talking about, walking, which I think walking was, again, like, walking together, making sure they're safe. But, like, you can get a man. Like, get your own. And I don't mean that. And, like, and my friends know, like, I'm not jealous about any man that I've dated or whatever. And I have good friends, like, friends that aren't going to try to do that to me. So I know people have really bad relationships with people. And my friendship circle, I definitely choose wisely. So I've never had to deal with certain things like that, right? Like, that's not something that's in my wheelhouse, because those aren't the type of people that I have where they're going to go behind my back and do that. Right. And I'm not that person either. So those are things that we don't even have to think about or worry about or whatever. As far as that goes. Now, thinking about other aspects, like you said, I just lost my train of thought. And ums are not good. You know how many ums I had to edit out? Really? Oh my gosh. Wow. My daddy used to count them because I used to be in debate. He'd count them. He'd do this. Really? And then go back over here and like an I can't. I have to work on that.
Like is a bad habit.
I was just about to say again. Anyway. No. Now when you're looking at other aspects, so like I said, so for the most part, and I don't think that my friends, if it was dark and they didn't want to get up, they would let their husband or whatever walk me to my car, because it's not anything crazy. It's not, he's making sure I get there. He's also not like, all right, I love you, goodbye. It's not weird. Anything like that either. So now, men paying, part 2 of question of the day. Men being responsible for women, right? At what level is okay? Men paying for the bill at dinner. Now, we've seen multiple things where, especially, it's typically the girl's birthday. Okay, the video I just showed you, I will insert here the video clip when I edit these. So, question of the day is, now part 2 to question of the day, what about a man taking care of another woman's bill because y'all went out to eat? Now, I can understand if you talked about it, right? And I'm not talking about that, because if you talk about it, hey, it's my birthday, we're going to this place, I think it'll be about $500. Can we do it? First of all, if your money is our money, or is it just your money? At what level? That's another question.
That's a whole nother layer.
But as far as it goes, what about the man paying the bill at the table? Isn't that the manly thing to do?
Interesting. I love how they throw in those little jabs. I'll call them gender jabs. GJs. And sound like PJs. Anyways.
I'm kind of in what feels like PJs. This sweater. Feel my sweater. It's so soft.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
That's like those things you throw over
it's
you.
Almost like cashmere, but it's fake, whatever it is.
Dang.
It's cheap. It's affordable.
I dig it.
Go ahead. Sorry. So gender jabs.
Yes, gender jabs. Essentially, I love how they do that. That's the manly thing to do. Now, mind you, I'm going to throw this in here as well. Gender jabs can give way to white knighting. And I do believe can also be seen as shit test.
Okay. Can you explain what you mean when you say white knighting?
Okay. Yeah. Good idea. So white knighting is a phrase that came up in the guy space where a man comes to the rescue of a female, or comes to the aid of a female from a social standpoint. Like, hey, she's right, or she deserves, or hey, I'm here for you. Any version of that, where he wants to become the hero in that moment.
Where he shouldn't be? What if it's a good moment to be a hero?
That would be anecdotal. In most cases, white knighting is a phrase due to it's not being necessary.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate your
almost like me watching you reach for your cup and I grab it and go, here you go. Like, that's just weird,
or
man.
Like we're both walking to the car. I'm driving. but you keep insisting to get my door.
Yes. Yeah. And that's very simpy.
Like I get it if we're walking into a building. Okay. You want to go ahead, walk a little ahead into the building. Cool. But if I'm driving and you have to wait for me to get to the door with my car keys because I keep them in my pocket or in my purse, and then you touch it and then whatever. When you run up to my door to get my door, I am very much, the man can't open my doors. I shouldn't have to touch a door. But at the same time, if I'm driving, like, it doesn't make sense. Unless you have my keys for some reason. Mm-hmm. And maybe you're carrying them for me, okay? Because you have pockets and I didn't want to take a bag. I understand that, okay? You could open your door, but that makes sense because you have the power to open my door. You don't have the power to open my door.
When you have the keys.
Why are you opening my door?
Yeah. See, white knighting, it makes it weird. It lowers a man's value.
It makes it on both so ways. Weird.
So, when you look at it from that, hey, we've got all these people here, be the manly man and do this thing. In doing so, say he does do it. He cowers under pressure. He has no boundaries. It just cascades.
What if he just has the money?
Well, it still depends on his values. If he has, because it's not, in most cases, in these situations, it's not going to be about money. If it is, his body language will tell on him, and then that's a whole nother issue. There's so many ways to break this down, but if the guy has the money, it goes back to values. Now, if he is a nice guy, which he's already doomed, then again, it's going to count.
Nice guy being doomed. Mm-hmm. Our next episode that we're going to get out the way. Stay tuned for, do women like nice guys or assholes?
Ooh.
That we're not going to talk about that right now. So if we touch that topic, cut it. We're going to continue.
Yep.
White knighting. Men are paying for all the girls because he's the only man at the table. It's his responsibility to pay the bills and go.
So this can be devastational. I made that up. And with that, the issue that I find, and I have an issue with that is if you don't have any boundaries, you're going to sink.
Boundaries are super important.
Boundaries
100%.
Keep this from going out of control. Because yes, to a degree, if the birthday girl chooses a fancy restaurant, and it's a huge bill, in a perfect world, yes. Now, my issue with this is that why would you assume if the birthday girl told you ahead of time where the birthday party's at, it's a Facebook note, it's a Facebook thing, it's been on your calendar for a week, you knew you were going here. At what point, like my question as a man is, where's your logic at? That you believe that a guy that's not banging you, has no responsibility for you, should pay your bill. And in some of these cases, the women have a man that chose not to go to the birthday party. So why didn't you ask your man for the money? Why are you asking for another man that has a girl that's present to pay for you as well?
Ooh.
Where's the conviction at?
But he's the man.
See, and that's where
So shouldn't he pay? He's the man. He should pay, right?
You would think, right? But where does that come from? See,
because he's the man. Doesn't he want to be a man? That's how you be a man, is pay all the girls' bills.
See, now this is beautiful. What she's doing is absolutely wonderful because this is a social dilemma that we face right now.
This is like a real thing.
Yeah, this is a social dilemma that we face. And I love it because the pushback on that is your gender states you have to serve me. Right. And that's how it comes across. Right. And so
a man should serve a woman.
Then at that point, when you assert yourself as a man based on your natural narrative, a woman should also
serve a man.
What do? Right.
Right.
Now you're in trouble because as a man, for instance, if we go by biology and how we're supposed to be because we're men, then every aspect of us, rambunctious, playful, not playful, but, hardy, hey, throw the football, or rough house, blah, 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 blah. No, don't do that. You could get hurt. We got to create safety measures. Let's contain your manliness, right? Frat Boys, you think about that, loud, these are frowned in society, right? To be so
some girls love
boisterous.
frat boys. Oh wait, you know what? That's probably for the next episode.
Yeah.
My bad. Jack, I take it back.
No, seriously, it's I feel so off right now, not having food in my stomach. It's so weird.
I'm so sorry.
Like thoughts are so hard right now.
I can order wings.
No, I did.
You know what?
They're not gonna get here fast enough.
Well, I can order them.
Yeah. How far away are they? It doesn't matter.
Down the street. If I order food, my daughter will go get them.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, so
you're gonna keep talking and turn this off.
Everything she's saying
the man, White Knight.
is powerful. I really like that a lot. That pushback that you saw with her. This is a social dilemma, as I'm repeating myself, because if we're not careful at catching these social cues, we'll never correct what feels like war of the sexes. There are assumptions within society when it comes to the position of the man and it comes to the position of the woman. When I'll only touch on man because I'm not a woman, right? Being assumed to take responsibility on a financial level is what would you call it? It's absolutely ridiculous, right? It's kind of like, whoa, what? Like, I'm not getting anything from this. See, because of my gender, I'm assumed to do something, right? Without reward, by the way. See, it goes back into if this house is on fire. From a masculine narrative, it would be my duty, social duty, to make sure these women in this house and whatever children are here get out of this house alive. I'll worry about myself later, right? That's how I operate. That is a life and death situation, right? So from a social duty, absolutely. When it comes to paying for a bill, that is where you have to draw the line. Nobody's life is in danger, right? And like I said before, unlike a house randomly catching on fire, a bill from a restaurant that you knew a week in advance, a couple days in advance, that you knew you were going to.
2 weeks in advance.
2 weeks in advance. Yep. You should have already had locked and loaded, either provided by your boyfriend or provided by your own paycheck.
I'm going to have to order them. She's 2. Okay. Yes, 2 weeks in advance. Go on.
So,
continue.
With that.
And I'm back.
You have to really laugh at the situation. That's what I'll say. It's quite funny. And I think the only thing that I worry about is the men that do cower at the social pressure of rising to the occasion because they don't want to look like the bad guy. But the truth is, and we'll talk about this tomorrow, is that the bad guy oftentimes is more respected. And when
tomorrow or in 10 minutes.
You can't tell them that. Can't tell the secrets.
We'll talk about this tomorrow.
Yes, on the next
episode.
Exactly.
Actually, we're going to have one more episode when we break it up.
Tell them secrets. Yes. Well, but in that one episode, you still wore the same thing. Well, that's because I'm like a cartoon character.
The episode
I have
goes
more
on.
than one episode.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
more than one
episode
outfit.
goes on forever and ever and ever.
Right. No, it's true though.
Hi, Franny.
If oh wait, we have somebody here. Nice.
Franny's here. He likes to make comments.
Nice. So yeah, it's I'm curious what his opinion is on the whole entire thing.
Well, he'll have to pay attention. Okay. So I guess it's my turn, right?
Oh yeah. Yes, please go ahead. Take the wheel.
Should the man pay for all of the girls at the table? As my math sergeant used to say, hell fuck no. My thing is, like, that's so weird. Like, where did y'all grow up at that just because he's the man, he pay? Get your own man. He gonna pay for me, maybe the birthday girl, right? Like, that's fine. But like, why? Why is what he's paying attention? Why are you, because I was going to say me as the man, I'm clearly not a man. Why are you as the man responsible for people that you may not even know? That's weird. Like, at what point, when in society or you broke? If you broke, just say that. Bro. If you broke, just say that. Like, what is now? If you want to be nice, yeah, he said it shouldn't be expected at all. Yeah, of course. If you want to be nice and do it, I don't think that's white knighting. Let's say me and you are together, okay? We go. It's Anna's birthday. It's all girls, although it would never be because Anna has a husband and he would be there. Unlike the other birthday girl who didn't have her husband there, which is weird. So you have a husband. He would show. Let's say he didn't. Let's just say it's Anna's birthday. It's a girl's thing, but I bring you for whatever reason. I bring you and she don't bring her own husband. Bro, why? Why am I bringing him and she not bringing her own husband to her own birthday party dinner? Anyways, more questions that maybe don't matter. So, why are you going to pay for? You've never met Anna at this point. Right now, let's say me and you never met Anna. Why are you paying for? One year I forgot to pay for her meal. I took her out. We planned to go out for her birthday. And she said something about, you paying, right? Because I already told her I would. And I was like, why am I paying for your food? And it was her birthday. God, that's very good. Anyways, right. So the thing is that why does my man pay for your food because he's with me? Let's say it's my birthday. We go out. It would make sense if you wanted to pay for the whole entire thing. However, you should pay for my meal. It's my birthday. You are going to pay for me. And my friends already expect to pay. And actually, matter of fact, you might even get lucky because we be paying for each other's meal for birthdays. So you might even get off the hook and only have to pay for you that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird. That is such a weird. I think I grew up in like the last good part of generations. Like, I don't know. Like, why? I will never understand. Like, why is it such a big deal for you to?
I would have to say that, sorry, I just saw what he said.
Oh, it shouldn't be expected, or?
No, I'm paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I would honestly have to blame this on the current, like, shifting
red pill type.
No.
Oh.
The shifting of music and I'm gonna say this in a very disrespectful way. The thought leaders in the music industry, and I say this disrespectfully, so not THOUGHT, but THOT leaders in the industry.
Fair.
Because that in itself is developing more of them in a way that creates extreme entitlement. And it's devastating on a social scale that it creates viral videos, and people in that moment think they're in the right to even demand such a thing, and then are offended and emotionally affected, maybe even scarred or traumatized, depending on who they are and if they have green or purple hair. Anyways,
you know what? Insert here. I'm doing that for when I edit.
Nice.
Because I'm getting good at editing. I still just need to learn to record. I had pink and purple hair 8 years ago when I was pregnant, and I always wanted it. I just always had military and stuff where I couldn't have it. And it was super cute on me. And honestly, if I didn't feel like I should be professional, because I'm kind of like a face at my job, like I'm a customer service type rep.
This is outside her secret agent job.
My secret agent. I'm a secret agent. And so, like, I have to deal with people. It's not regular customer service at all. So I'm a secret agent, but I'm the first person that they deal with a lot of things. So I just feel like it would be weird for me to have that again.
When you were like pink or whatever, did you keep the lawn and the rest was pink?
No, so it was pink up top and it faded to purple.
Oh, wow.
It was so super pretty, you guys. I loved it. What were we talking about?
So the thought leaders in the industry that have caused this to be a thing now. And it's here's the thing, man. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
True.
Because at the end of the day, you know,
secret agent. I'm an agent of time, and most of you don't understand But if I tell you that I was brought here to fight the apocalypse, you guys would think I'm crazy, which is the machine apocalypse. You guys have seen it much like in movies like Terminator and such, but you wouldn't really understand if I really broke it down to you.
I kind of want to go back in time and warn everybody. It doesn't matter. I can't say that word on here. Warn everybody about the jab. Anyway, so, so what was I saying? Yeah. It is absolutely crazy at which we...
Would you like garlic parmesan wings?
Yes, those things are amazing.
Continue. Sorry, guys. I have to order food because he's hungry and I can't leave him here.
I'm trying to gain 25 pounds of muscle. And so whenever I'm hungry, it actually creates...
I don't need him to be grumpy McGrumpy Pants, and I don't need him to be hangry while we're doing these episodes. So I am...
it's
sorry,
tough.
Not sorry.
I'm eating for two is what I tell people, and I go like 1 and 2, but it looks better when I actually,
You can't tell. Oh, your jacket matches my shirt. I just noticed that.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, it's so great, guys.
Demon Planet. But yes, we're in sync.
So in sync.
So with that though, no, I mean really, it's and I'll list a few names so that people that were lost on thought leaders, like what is he talking about? What industry? I'll list some names: Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B,
Red was her name?
Red, Gangster Red, whatever her name is. And then of course the one that's the black Barbie doll, whatever her name is.
I can't even think her name. Great show. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay, yeah.
Nice.
Alexis Jones warned people about the jab. This is not about the jab though. But
no,
although,
like all of it. Yeah.
You guys know our stance.
Oh wait, he
on
did
that.
in 2008 and 2000. Dang, that's way
Alex
back.
Jones. Yeah, he actually did. I watched the video on it. Anyways, Alex Jones has been predicting futures from. He also is he's an agent of time. Also, he is a secret agent, so he knows a lot and he knows where to get the stuff to try to convince you of the future. But y'all don't listen though. Continue.
The Simpsons though. So yes.
Simpsons.
Stuff's kind of scary. But yes, it and here's the scary part. I remember, I think I might have showed you a video of it a while back, like when we were just chatting. These elementary schools and urban communities where these kids, and at the start of the day when the class is about to start and they're all kind of loud and talking, the teacher will say a song from the Red Head. Somebody tell me in the comments what the name is. The Gangster Red girl, about the booty hole being brown.
Ain't that her name?
Sexy Red?
Is that not her name?
I don't know. It's something red.
I just watched a video. F my baby dad. Don't be sad. I was like, bro, what? Anyways.
So, yeah. Thank you, Frank. So whatever her name is, I don't know. He just said my peach pink, my hole.
Oh
brown.
yeah, my booty hole brown.
Yeah. So I'm reading that emoji. I thought it was an apple. It's a peach. So yeah. Anyways, the point is that people like that. Okay. So in these classrooms that I saw in the video, they use this song, which is a rated R song, as a reference, and so the teacher will say it loudly, stop, in order for the kids to then finish the song, as a way of getting their attention and getting them to calm down and hey, class is about to start. So it's absolutely crazy. So it's you're entertaining, Frank. You're entertaining. But yeah, like it's just so frustrating that elementary school kids have access to this rated R lyrics and content, and then from that,
hold up. For the record, we grew up with age ain't nothing but a number, going down ain't nothing but a thing.
What?
We grew up with I don't see nothing wrong with the little Bumpin Grind. I was in like the 4th grade singing that. So really, when you think about the music that we grew up with, it was just, people just didn't know. Okay, so I'm just saying, like there is,
but it wasn't aggressive like it is now. It wasn't blatant. It wasn't.
No.
What's the thing that
it's better.
Meg Thee Stallion did with the it's some hose in this house or something.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like WAP?
Yeah,
Really?
that was.
And then she said it. She didn't just say WAP.
But where you think it's some hoes in the house? It's some hoes in this house. It's some hoes in this house. It's some hoes in this house. If you see them, point them out. That's what I grew up with.
What?
Yeah. So really,
wait, hold up. I thought that was, you're not talking about the song.
No, they
now?
go, it's some hoes in the house. And then they say certified freak 7 days a week. And then
that's this song.
Right. But it came from, it's some hoes in this house. It's some hoes in this house. Some hoes in this house. If you see them, point them out. Where?
Come on, remember, you're blacker than me, so I don't know these things.
Who doesn't know that?
Me, I was in my emo phase, Blink 182, My Chemical Romance, AFI.
He said, wait. You, Frankie.
What? No, so I mean, I have no idea. See, my childhood was innocent. I had Pokemon, god dang it. I had, card captors and if you woke up early enough, the monsters or whatever, the black and white movie.
What does that have to do with a man paying for the woman's meals?
Ultimately, the degradation of music is causing women to have false narratives and false expectations that force them in horrible situations. That force men in horrible situations due to the fact that due to the gender discrepancies and expectations make them believe that they're entitled to something that they're not truly entitled to.
That sounds like you've been feeling that way for a while.
Oh, no. I just finally got my thoughts together.
Yes, it is, but it's being pushed aggressively and obviously through mainstream. It's being normalized as pop music now. Kids are repeating these lyrics. We repeated the lyrics too. Now, as far as that go, although I will say this, when you sit here, I watch these, I follow these channels on YouTube, Instagram. Well, I see them a lot where they talk about songs that were back even when my parents were growing up, right? When my mom grew up in the 50s and the 60s. So we have a lot of Stax music, Motown from my mom. My dad's very 70s rock, but he also Frank Sinatra, and he's older than that because he grew up in the 40s, right? So with that being said, when I'm sitting here and listening to stuff, there's stuff in, although I will agree, it is way more aggressively pushed and more propagated now versus what it was. I mean, it was just what it was when not saying it wasn't specifically hidden, because I think that it was a lot of music, but it was also, I think, you had Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, right? And who was that sung by? It was sung by Aaliyah. Oh my gosh, and who? Oh, R. Kelly wrote that song too? Oh, and R. Kelly married Aaliyah? Oh, and they sung it together. So it's when you sit here, you're like, oh, okay, that's trying to, in a way, normalize his behaviors, right? Okay, we didn't see that. Now, the Maps is really trying to normalize that kind of stuff. So they probably bringing that up. It's love is love, right? So I do agree it's definitely pushed more aggressively now. And I think that it is done purposefully in a way to emasculate men. And when you look at Harry Styles, what does he do?
I've heard his name a few times.
Is he a singer? He's an artist? I think he sings though. He's over here wearing dresses just a man in a dress. And then you have who was it? Was it Young Thug who wore a wedding dress in the video? Is that who it was?
I hope not.
I don't remember who it was, but it was one of them.
Supposed to be tough.
It was somebody. I don't remember if it was Young Thug or not. I could be wrong because I don't listen to that no more. I listen to good wholesome that good wholesome gangster rap from the 90s.
Kurt Franklin.
No, I meant Tupac and
I thought you were just going Christian, you know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, Christian. I listen to good wholesome more Christian music. But yeah, in general. Okay, so back to it. So I do think that music has emasculated men in a lot of ways. And then we have, you guys are having a great conversation, real discussion about relationship with lots of fun. Yes. Thank you, John Oliver. It has been slowly spiraling down. Why is this? Oh, down a dark path. The agendas are obviously and in full effect, way less. I can't see that word because I have something over. Anyways, inconspicuous, maybe rap with less poetic approach. Man, look, I'm a poet. If you ain't know it,
she gonna show it.
I'm a poet. I'll show it, just not now.
By the way, met a guy. He was doing this poetry stuff on third Thursdays in the hood, the Vine. And,
18th and Vine?
Yeah, there we go. And
is that the Blue Room?
I think so. He's part of like Made Mob. He's super cool.
How do I know this?
So, but he's like, hey, he moved it to the Crossroads now, and he's like, yo, show up. So
on Thursdays, we're trying to have spoken word at my bar.
I'll show up.
So,
but his is just a third Thursday. So,
thank you. It's on. Whoa. It's not gonna get him. Okay. So back to women being responsible or men being responsible to paying for the bill. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what it comes to. And if you want a man to pay for your bill, just get your own.
Collect them all.
Well, just get your own man, right?
It's not hard. You know, I mean, it's really not. Because at the end of the day, and I will take ownership. You know, there are weak men in today's time, so it's easy to get one. Because a lot of us don't have standards like we used to.
I don't think you weak if you paying for my stuff.
No.
If you paying for my stuff.
No, just get one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I don't want just one. I have standards.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. You know, it's not hard to do, but hopefully, as you and I continue to be on our path and process, you know, I help level up men locally. Hopefully, we can see that standard rise.
Right.
You know,
right. With your. I'm still going to call it wow man shift.
That's what it is. I mean,
okay, that's what we'll talk about that. Look at his little fat self. Okay, so now, so as far as that goes, so a man should make sure your girl gets safe to the car.
Oh yeah, on a relational basis, right?
Well, if you're my man and Anna needs to get to her car safely. Is that your responsibility or mine? Or is that a responsibility? Or is that just to kind of recap, it's a courtesy?
It's a courtesy.
And it should be. I think in general that as a woman, you want a man who wants to make sure that your friend gets safely to the car, right? Mm-hmm. Like we talked about that a little bit. And even he touched on that in the video. You know, he's talking about, okay, it's walking somebody to a car. Again, 5 minutes is not, if your friend or your man doing something in 5 minutes, it was not... They already, and you know, again, I'm gonna walk my friend to the car anyways. And then you have where a man's responsibility to pay for the meal. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You pay for my meal if we're dating, okay? That's not ridiculous. Still, that's not ridiculous.
No, that's not ridiculous.
Because I don't say where we go on the first date. Let's talk about this since we're still talking about the meal.
Okay, what's your question?
So a man paying for your girl's meal is ridiculous unless he wants to do so out of the kindness of his heart. Maybe it's my birthday, you just want to take care of the whole thing, whatever, right? Okay, so let's say like men paying for the first date. Now, this is kind of, because we're talking about friends in this episode, but I'm going to just take it real quick and say, should men pay for the first date?
There's layers to this answer.
Okay, you know what? We're going to pause right there. We have another episode. You just gave us another one, so we have two. One of them's already written down.
Look, I have two. I'll break it down very simply. Yes and no. Yes.
That's enough. We'll wait. You have to tune in. Don't worry. We're going to knock some of these episodes out tonight. And again, it's always live because I don't know how to record yet. Now, the third and final thing.
Oh, there's another one?
No, it's still on the same topic of should your man make sure your homegirl is good?
In what way?
What if I need my sink fixed and you can fix it? And you're Amanda's man, not mine. Can you fix my sink?
See, I've been in situations like that. I don't think that's a good idea. Because when I work on something and I put my effort into it and I'm in the zone, I've been told it's attractive. And so if it is attractive and that person is single, nobody wants to be put in that situation.
So here's my thing. Okay, because I've had friends who can work on things. Mm-hmm. And I had one boyfriend who could actually work on things. Most of them just pay to get things done. Okay. Anyways, I say like I have like a ton of boyfriends. I don't have any right now, but
what about
Wesley? I'm sorry, I have Wesley. I can never forget it. I keep forgetting about Wesley. Wesley's the greatest of all, for the record. So, but with that being said, okay, with that being said, if my man is going to Kiki's house to fix something, I bet I'm going to Kiki's house. Me and Kiki gonna drink wine while you fix the sink. What are you talking about? Like, we gonna kick it while you do man shit. Like, I don't.
That makes more sense.
Now,
that's just similar to your answer with the walking a girl to the car.
It's like, okay, babe, when can we go over there? Okay, now let's say you need help. You need to get John in on it. Okay. Cool. I might not need to go. Okay, I might not go. You know, let's say you getting it. Kiki got stuff to do that day anyways. You and John and James is going. Like, oh, now you're a fan? Oh, thank you. But you and John and James is all going all these J names because J names are this shit.
Jamaica, Jaquanda, Jashonda.
I just met Lady Jane.
Oh.
Okay, but let's say, you know, the whole point is that, you know, you need John and James to help you because you need to do whatever. You know, maybe John or James is single too and Kiki's single. Okay, y'all can help each other. Like, why not? You know, you could, you know, y'all be, you know, maybe John or James is cute for her, you know?
Right.
We don't have the same taste in men. It's great, actually. That's like the best kind of best friend to have. Y'all be like, I don't, let me see what you see in him because it's not looks. That's just how we feel. So, but the whole point is that, you know, are you going over there alone? You're never going over there alone. And I just don't think that men and women, for the most part in general, should be alone if there's not like another agenda, right?
100%.
Me and you, okay, we're friends. We, in a way, work together, right?
Yeah,
we're doing this.
Associates.
Right. But we are friends. We might go out to eat in public, whatever the case is. Also, if I get a real man that you can see that's tangible, that's not Wesley. Again, I'll insert Wesley here. If I get a man that's not Wesley.
Why does he have a gold tee? What is that about?
It's a beard.
Oh, it is a beard? Okay.
Yeah, it's just he has a really round face because he's 2D and not 3D. So, you know. So, anyway, so Wesley. If I get a real man, my real Wesley would meet you. Like, it would be okay for him to meet you. And I would think that your real girlfriend, you know, if you have one day, right? One that you think is, you know,
if I choose a path of monogamy, anyways.
I mean, but even still, if you don't, like, you know, I could go and hang out with y'all probably. Yeah. Like, it would be cool because, and I think that if you do have opposite sex friends, and I think that also.
Honestly, I would bring my friend Erin, that is the closest thing to like
a relationship. Yeah.
I would totally bring her over here because like, she's chill as hell and she would love our topics.
See?
You know.
So, and it's like
our first studio audience. I mean, like.
Right. Well, we could do that. But yeah, that's the whole thing is like, we would have her come or whatever. Like, there's no problem. And I think that if you do have an opposite sex friend, I'm not saying that they have to meet you, but you have to be open to that. Like, what if that makes them more comfortable?
Right.
What if, you know, there are people who have hidden agendas.
Yeah. But
I guarantee, I can tell you right now, every time in my past relationships, when they try to be like, oh, this girl is whatever, and I was like, no, she wants you. I was right every single time.
Interesting.
Every single time.
But I feel like that's natural for you to see, because again, as we talked last episode, or even just off of this, men do not speak the most common language, which is body language. So naturally, they're not going to know and pick up on what would be kind of organic for a female.
Okay. Right. I mean, no, men will see it too. If there's a man that he's only in the friend zone because I put him there and he wants more, he's waiting for you to mess up. A man knows. A man knows. Now you do have men that are jealous.
Yeah.
But a man knows.
That's fair.
So in general, I'm not against, and also I think it's because I was in the Marine Corps. Majority of my friends are males, and a lot of them they wouldn't, even though they've been attracted to me, they don't want to cross the line because they don't want to mess up stuff. Maybe there's one or two
that's when it works,
right? And maybe there's one or two that be like, if you did give me the chance, but I respect not having the chance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which
honestly,
I think that's fair. I guess. It makes it, whatever, because they're not going to try anything that you don't let them.
Well, here's the thing, too. I think, and this is where I kind of do respect relationships that grow from friendships. When you have that friendship and you then decide to go further with it, there is a level of respect that you bring to there's like a level of intentionality that you bring to respect,
Right. He said, his parents met by his dad was painting his parents' place. See, sometimes.
Oh, nice. See, respect.
See, look, if I know my friend need a new man, I'm just kidding. I actually believe in trying to work things out unless they do like really super red flags.
Fair. But no, like when you start off as friends, like there's more intentionality into the relationship aspect.
I think so, because you care for them and you don't want to hurt
Correct.
You don't want to hurt them, but then when it hurts even more, even if you weren't in love with that person, because that you lost a friendship.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
emotional maturity.
Should your man make sure your girl is good as an overall, more than just in all those aspects? You have protection, money, whatever. I think in general, get your own man. Get one. Okay. But as far as a safety aspect, now, if there's somebody shooting, he's not protecting her. He's protecting me. So again, get your own man, because he's gonna make sure I don't get shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Unless he has a piece and he's gonna take it out and do whatever. But in general, get your own man. God bless America. That's all I have to say.
That's fair. That's very fair. And don't be mad if you can't. Just let that be a sign of hey, there needs to be some self-reflection. I think everybody, men and women both, can benefit from that practice.
So stay tuned for our next episode. In this case, we are going live because once again, I don't know how to record, so we try to get 2 to 3 episodes out the way, and then I go back and edit. Make sure you look at the edits, because I will insert the videos that we speak about, and I will insert Wesley. I'm doing this because I'm going to insert Wesley right here.
You got to make his arm go around you too. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, that's
where it doesn't matter.
I was just going to put a picture of him right here.
Oh.
This is going to be Wesley. Wesley will be right here. Make sure you always tune in to the edited versions, because they're a little better, a little cleaner.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more fun because we read comments.
Yeah.
And our topics change.
Correct.
So tune in. We'll be going live in probably like another 10 minutes, because again, one day I'm going to learn to record.
So thank you all. 114 at one point viewers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was great.
I don't know who you are, but I appreciate it.
We love all of you. And we're going to do a video where until we reach 1,000, I think when we reach 1,000, we're going to read off. If it tells us who the subscribers are, we're gonna read them off.
Oh yeah, of course, naturally.
Give 1,000. We're gonna do one whole video where we read 1,000 names.
Why not?
When we hit 1,000,
and I'll do it in a British accent too.
Can you wait, real quick before we end this stream? Can you do a British accent?
On command? I can't do it on command, but I can at least do it a little bit like this, which is a broken UK accent, like water, bottle of water.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? A bottle of water.
But otherwise, I usually just stick to what I got.
Okay, anyways, we'll see you in like